What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Fareed, man, and I'm just gonna give you guys some tips and some feng shui advice in the studio when you're working with an artist, whether it be a big artist, independent, a local artist. You know, I treat everyone the same. Treat them with respect, and you sometimes you don't know who you're working with until they show up. Until you get there. And if that's the case, you just got to be prepared. But if not, if you do know who you're working with, I do like to do some research, look up the songs, see what they've done, get a vibe for them before you actually get in that session. And then when you get in there, you make them feel comfortable. Like, this is the hospitality business. I'm sure you've heard that over and over again, but we're in the hospitality business. The studio is like a hotel. They get in there, they want to feel at home, they want to feel comfortable. It's the place to create. So you just want to make them vibe and, just feel comfortable as possible, because if not, what you get is an agitated artist. They're spending hundreds of dollars an hour, possibly, for studio time. So, you just want to make them happy, but keep the vibe copacetic. Be very, like a fly on the wall is the most repeated phrase I've heard through my career, growing up and like becoming an intern and becoming an assistant engineer. It says be a fly on the wall, like you're there but you're not there. You're needed. If someone needs you, you're right there, but otherwise no one could tell. And that way you don't miss any of the magic, because there's lots of magic that happens too in the rooms, man. But if you're engineering, you got to be in the seat. You're in the room. But you just try to make your presence and your input as flowing and as compatible with the artist as possible. You feel me? I was trying to choose those words carefully, because obviously you want to be yourself and bring your personality to the table and bring your input to the table. But not every session, not every artist needs 100 advice on how to record vocals and inputs and stuff like that. You just gotta play it by ear. It's a very personal business where you get to know people and you just play it by ear, and you get the vibes of certain people. Some people talk, some people are talkative, some people want to talk before they record. Some people want to chop it up. Some people just want to get in there and knock it out, and just record right away. Some people don't want to hear the beat. Some people want to vibe to the beat. Everybody writes differently. Everybody creates differently, so have a respect for that. Once you have a respect for that, you're fine. Like, I think most engineers are creators in ourselves, so we do have the ability to respect that. But if you're not a creator, if you don't produce or you don't create anything, I would suggest, give it a try, mess around with it, just to know the thought process behind it. So you can put yourself in those shoes and basically be 2 steps ahead of them every time. You need an aux? They don't even have to ask. You got it ready. Their Apollo needs to hook up. It's those 1/4 inches already there to go, The channels are just muted on the board. You just gotta unmute them. Like, always thinking 2 steps ahead. And with the vocals, some people like to record dry. Some people like to record very wet with reverb and delay. So all of that is something you ask. And then I like to do a pass where I'm getting levels and the artist is just getting comfortable. And I always tell them, look, I'm just doing a pass for levels. I want you to get comfortable. Just do it like you do it, like if we're doing it for real. But we're just getting comfortable, shaking off the heebie-jeebies, all the bad nerves or whatever, And yeah, so I like to make the artist feel as comfortable and as as a home vibe as possible, so they can have the best performance and don't want to leave and want to keep working with you, request you. You want to get the artist to request you, and that's the main goal. But yeah, so simple. You stay to yourself, keep to yourself. You speak when when spoken to, and you pretty much just, you're steering the ship. You're commanding the ship. You're the captain. So captains don't do too much talking, man. They're on the job. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what you do as an engineer. And hey, I mean, you talk too much, it's easy to get kicked out. It's very easy to be like, who is this? Or not even that. You might not get kicked off the session, but you might just be asked to leave the room, and whereas you didn't have to if you were just, playing your role. You know what I'm saying? So vibe is important, man. Like you can be the illest, most technical person with a shitty attitude and a shitty vibe, and people don't want to work with you. So balance is key, man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got all those skills and all those knowledge, and you might have to hold back a little just so you don't look like you flexing and showing off on everybody. You know what I'm saying? No, the one last thing you want as an artist coming into a place to create is another person telling you how to do it, or telling you you're doing it wrong, or nah, don't do it like that, bro. Like, I mean, I've had situations, or I've seen situations, or heard of situations where people were, telling producers how to produce. Nah, the 808 ain't hitting like that. You got to do it like this, and, bruh. And then next thing they know, they're off the session and they're wondering why. And it's like, it's common sense, so you can't be a fan. If you're a fan, you got to keep that shit to yourself. If you're a groupie, fanboy, whatever, like, this is not the place. You know what I mean? It's not a place for pictures. It's not a place for any of that. Like, you take pictures if you and the artist becomes close and they really vibe with you, and I don't ever ask for pictures first. If they suggest it, or if they want it, or if it's someone I really got close with and really clicked with, then I might do it. But you got to remember, it's a profession. You're a professional. You're being hired for a job, so try to keep it as professional as possible too. And that's it, man. You just go in there and have fun. If you're not having fun, then why are you doing it? You know what I'm saying? So if you're having fun, then the artist feels better about themselves, and they're having fun, and everybody's vibing, and you're gonna get a better session and a better outcome at the end of the day. So that's the goal, man. Hope y'all took some tips and learned something from it, man. Love.